What's up, Saiyan Army? So in this video, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. This is something I haven't seen many fitness YouTubers actually do, and that is I'm going to take one of my clients, Jonathan, his 10-week transformation with me, and I'm going to break it down for you guys week by week. I'm going to show you guys all the progress pictures. I'm going to show you all his macros, his macros for each week, each of the 10 weeks, and I'm going to break down everything. So macro for macro, cardio session for cardio session. His workout routine stayed the same, but yeah, I'm going to break it down for you guys to show you guys how simple it is. But Matt, won't this hurt your online coaching business? And it might, who knows? But the thing is, I don't really care. The goal for this video is to show you guys, and if you guys were on the fence about looking for online coaching, I hope it sways you in the part where you now gain the confidence and realize how simple this is, and you're like, sorry Matt, I was gonna do online coaching with you, but now I'm not, because after watching your video I've gained the confidence to do it on my own. That it's simple and I can do it on my own, and that's the goal for this video. So I hope this really helps you guys. So here's my client Jonathan. I'm not going to disclose any personal information or anything about him. He chose to be anonymous, which is why I also posted this transformation on Instagram, but I didn't tag him or anything. He wanted to be anonymous, but he was nice enough to let me share with you guys his journey with me that I helped him through. So his workout experience is 3 years consistently. He's built a pretty solid base, just has some fat on him. He wants to get summer shredded. He wants to get sane shredded. So that's what we helped him do. Has never tracked macros in his life. Starting with me was his first time ever weighing food and tracking macros. But he did catch on pretty quickly. In the beginning, he had a fuck ton of questions, to be honest. But after, he's kind of like me. In the first, for me, I learn, and it's a slow process. I'm not the fastest learner, but once I get something, it's bam. So weeks 1 and 2, he had a crap load of questions. From weeks 2 to 10, no questions. Here's your macros, here's your cardio, go out and hit it and get shredded. So his starting weight was 167 pounds. Something I also want to include before we get into this video is do not take his macros for your own. You could be Jonathan's twin brother and copy the same macros and the same recipe, and you will not get the same result. Keep in mind, everyone's body is different, everyone's metabolism is going to be different, and this is something that takes time to work with. You're going to see, even as I go throughout his transformation, that even based off all the information he gave me in the questionnaire, I still had to kind of figure out where his metabolism was and gauge, because I already took everything from his questionnaire, and that's how we got the starting macro. Let's get right into it. Here's week 1. So his starting weight was 167 pounds. Week 1, his starting macros was 300 carbs, 50 fats, 180 proteins. His average weigh-in was 164.2 pounds, and we also added in 2 cardio sessions. Prior to this, he was doing 0 cardio sessions. Little under 3-pound loss, which is totally normal. It's totally normal for the beginning of your cut to see a pretty decent drop. Reason being is you're going to lose lots of water weight. Also, how did I get the starting macros for him? This was all based off his activity levels, what he does for his job, how active he is throughout the day. I also took his workout volume. I have all my clients tell me exactly their workout plan that they're doing, and if I increase the workout volume, then that also affects it. And we also included 2 cardio sessions. So that's week 1. Week 2. So as you can see, his abs, there's a pretty big difference from week 1 and 2. His abs are starting to come in a little bit. Also, lighting is going to be different in each photo. I try to have my clients control their lighting and take their pictures in the exact same place, but obviously, sometimes it just doesn't happen. So week 2, a little bit better lighting, but you can also see he's getting a little bit more definition in his abs. His V-taper is coming in just a little bit more. So week 2, what we did was we kept his macros the same, 350, 180. He dropped a little over 3 pounds again. And we kept his cardio at 2 sessions also. Week 3, this is where we're starting to gauge his metabolism. So what I told him to do was bump up carbs to 325 carbs, but instead he kind of read it wrong, and he did 350 carbs, 50 fats, 180 proteins. So he went up extra 100 calories, and this is where his average weigh-in was 159.9 pounds. Now, how we figure out the average weigh-ins is I have each client weigh themselves every single morning, and if you're dieting, you should be doing it this way. So every single morning after you take a poop, weigh yourself. You take all 7 weigh-ins, add them up, divide it by 7, get an average. Keep in mind, weight fluctuation is totally normal when you're dieting. That's why we take your average weigh-in. So don't worry about weight fluctuation. Just worry about your averages that are consistently going down. That's why you see every fitness YouTuber weighing themselves in the morning. Unless you're really bulking, then it's not as big of a deal. So week 3, he messed up on his macros and he only got a 0.7 pound loss, which is still fine. We also up cardio to 3 times a week this time, and week 3 looks relatively the same as week 2. Like I said, slight subtle differences, which is exactly what you want in any transformation. You'll just see slow results. People look at transformations and they're like, holy crap, you know, week 1 through 10, but they don't realize that it's a very slow process, and it's a patience game. Week 4, so what we did was we kept macros the same: 350 carbs, 50 fats, 180 proteins. His new win was 160.5 pounds, and this was off of the same 3 cardio sessions. So this was the first time that we saw his weight spike up a little bit. So he went up an average of, he went up 0.6 pounds. His average weigh-in went up. In his pictures, you can tell he looks relatively the same. And the reason why we bump up carbs is to gauge your metabolism. The last thing you want to do is take someone that has like a crazy high metabolism and put them on food, you know, less food than they need to be dieting on. Ideally, what you want to do is you want to find your metabolism and slowly decrease from there. You know, it's always better to diet on more food than less, right? 5. So his new macros was 325 carbs, 50 fats, 180 protein. So we dropped carbs by 25 grams. So pretty much back to what he was doing back in week 3. We also upped cardio to 4 times a week at 300 calories. And his new weigh-in was 158.2 pounds. So that's about, give or take, about a 2 pound loss. But this is really the turning week. Also, this week was very good lighting as far as progress pictures go. So his lighting's a little bit better. I think he took a little step back so he can get that shadow action. But you can tell his abs are definitely coming in a lot more. His back looks relatively the same. Even from the side looks relatively the same, but you can see his abs starting to come in and pull through and show. 6. This is the only week where I only could find 1 progress picture. My phone bugged out. I have all my clients send me the progress pictures through WhatsApp, and that's how I communicate to all my clients, because I find it the easiest, a lot easier than email. I hate going back and forth through emails, to be honest. Through the messaging app, it's a lot easier. Also, they can send me their form assessment videos. They can send me videos of them squatting and deadlifting, as well as progress pictures like that. So I really like that app. Anyways, his macros was the same: 325 carbs, 50 fats, 180 proteins. His average weigh-in was 156 pounds, which is another, 2.2 pound loss. His cardio was the same, 4 times at 300 calories a session. Week 7, as you can see, abs coming in slowly. Back, he's not flaring his lats as much, but it looks relatively the same, to be honest, in that picture. And also from the side, you can see his stomach starting to come in more. He's losing body fat. His stomach isn't sticking out quite as much as it was in week 6. So in week 7, we kept macros the same: 325, 50, 180. His new low weigh-in was 155.3 pounds. That's another pound loss. Cardio kept the same at 4 times 300 calories. And this is a tip for you guys that are dieting, is if you're losing weight at these macros, like he's been losing weight for the past, going on the 3rd week of the same macros, 325, 50, 180. Then don't keep dropping macros. Be patient. If it's not broken, don't fix it. Okay? If you're losing weight at like a certain set amount of macros consistently, then just keep your macros there and just ride the wave, man. I think far too often people they're so scared of plateauing that they consistently drop their macros. Even when they're consistently losing weight, they're consistently dropping their macros because they're scared of plateauing, that they actually force themselves into a plateau by dropping macros too fast. So be patient. Like I said, dieting is a patience game. Be patient and stay consistent. Week 8. Abs definitely popping in more. I think somewhere he definitely shaved like his body hair off. Pro tip, if you guys want to look more ripped, shave your body hair off. If you're like extremely hairy, then that hides cuts. That's why people that compete shave all their hair before competition. I've done it before, and anyone who's competed has done it before. Tan and hair, that's the two easiest ways to see a transformation. So week 8, macros the same again. Like I said, if it's not broken, don't fix it. 325 carbs, 50 fats, 180 proteins. His new low was 154.3 pounds, another pound loss from week 7. His cardio was the same, four times at 300 calories. Week 9. So as you can see in the pictures, abs getting even more dialed in. The lines are getting deeper. Lighting again is a little bit different. His back shot, he also learned to flare his lats a lot more, so his back shot looks incredible compared to other weeks. Also, his back is just getting leaner. You can see also the thickness and coming in his rhomboids and everything. From the side, looks relatively the same. You can see some tricep action coming through. And yeah, he's just getting leaner and leaner week to week. His macros for week 9 was we decided to drop carbs just a little bit to 315 grams of carbs, 50 fats, 180 proteins. His new low weigh-in was 152.2 pounds, so another 2 pounds lost that week. Cardio the same, 4 sessions, 300 calories. Week 10. So this week is where we actually started giving him refeeds. Reason being is he's been losing weight consistently, and when someone's losing weight consistently and that much weight, it's always good to just give them a day where they can refeed their body. Refeeds, I think, more than replenishing, glycogen and, increasing leptin levels, is the more important reason behind refeeds is just for your mental state. Dieting gets hard, man, especially after 10 weeks of being consistent, and he's been consistent. He's been up or down like 5 grams of every single macro every day for the past, was at 10 weeks, so that's 75 days of consistent tracking, and without really any cheat days or anything. He didn't really complain about not having them. I kind of go based off the client. Some clients, they need that refeed every week, and obviously that's going to keep their progress that's going to slow down the progress because it's a day where you're not in a deficit. So week 10, we're getting towards the end. He's looking shredded already, so I gave him a refeed. So his new macros, 315 carbs, 50 fats, 180 proteins. So his macros stayed the same, but refeed once a week at 450 carbs, 50 fats, 160 proteins. So how I did it was I dropped protein slightly and increased carbs by about a little less than 150 carbs. And that's just to gauge how his body went. Again, he saw a new low, 150.6 pounds, even with the refeed. So he dropped a little less than 2 pounds, like 1.5 pounds, 1.4 pounds exactly. And yeah, and you look at his week 10 pictures, he looks amazing. His abs came in, shoulders are in, back is in, like everything is looking good. He's more than summer ready. I think he was summer ready by like week, I don't know, 8. Probably week 8 he was summer ready, and now he's just getting to that shredded level, the sane shreds. But yeah, that's the end of the video, guys. I just want to show you guys how simple dieting is, and how simple, like, keep in mind, simple, not easy. So everything we did here was simple, but it's not easy. It's gonna take a lot of work. It's hard. I'm not gonna lie. Dieting is hard. That's why when I'm bulking, I don't really track macros, because it's my time to really be a human, right? Not everyone tracks macros every single day of their life. If that's you and you can do that, then more power to you, but that's definitely not me. So 10 weeks. That's his transformation. I want to share with you guys. Hopefully you guys find inspiration and motivation to now start your own journey and you realize how easy this is. So make sure you like the video if you liked it and if it helped you, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Much love, strength and honor. Aloha.
Vegeta, what does the scouter say about his power level? It's over 9,000!